Congressman Collins is accused of scheming with his son to avoid significant losses on a biotechnology investment. But this morning, he's fighting the charges and vowing to run for re-election.
The charges that have been levied against me are meritless, and I will mount a vigorous defense in court to clear my name.
Overnight, Congressman Chris Collins responding to multiple charges from federal prosecutors.
Throughout my tenure in Congress, I have followed all rules and all ethical guidelines when it comes to my personal investments.
But the U.S. attorney in New York, a Trump appointee, says Collins broke the law.
Congressman Collins acted as if the law didn't apply to him. These charges are a reminder that this is a nation of laws and that everybody stands equal before the bar of justice.
The crimes revolve around the Australian pharmaceutical company Innate. Collins, his son Cameron, and his son's future father-in-law Stephen Zarsky face 13 criminal counts altogether, including securities fraud and false statements to investigators. According to the indictment, on June 22nd last year, Innate's CEO informed his board of directors, including Collins, that the company's critical drug trial for a form of multiple sclerosis had failed. News that was not yet public. Congressman Collins was at a picnic at the White House, and minutes after getting the news, according to prosecutors, Collins called his son to tell him, breaking federal law. Cameron Collins moved quickly to save his money.
He sold stock based on that inside information and avoided $570,000 in losses. And he also took that illegal inside information and tipped others.
Days later, the stock would plummet. Collins was the first sitting congressman to openly support Donald Trump's candidacy back in 2016. Vowing to fight the charges against him, Collins is now also a candidate fighting to win his own re-election.
As I fight to clear my name, rest assured, I will continue to work hard for the people and constituents of the 27th Congressional District of New York, and I will remain on the ballot.
So, Steph, put a dollar figure on this. How much money was saved by selling that stock?
So prosecutors say that the defendants altogether saved something like $750,000 plus on this stock, the large majority of that being Collins's son, Cameron. You know, when that news broke about that failure of the drug trial, the stock for that company dropped 92%.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Stephanie, if you were holding that stock, you weren't happy on that day.
You were not happy. Or if you were the people that bought that stock from them in the days leading up to that.
Yeah.
Think about those people.
Wow.
They had no idea.
Thank you, Steph.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.